In this Python Trinket tutorial lesson, I'm going to show you guys how to make a partial circle. We already learned how to make circles by using one parameter, the radius. Now I'm going to show you how to make partial circles so you guys can make more complex drawings. So let's go ahead and import our turtle library. Let me go ahead and name my turtle what I always name it. Limas equals turtle. Dot capital turtle. Oops, and so I always misspell turtle. I don't know how to type. Let's go ahead and increase the screen because I already know I'm going to run out of space. So screen equals turtle. Dot screen, capital. And what dimension shall we make the screen? Let's go ahead and use, remember the screen function. Oops, forgot the dot setup. The screen function requires two parameters, the x and y values. Let's go ahead and make it 600 for the x, which is left and right, and then 1000 for the y, which is up and down. All right, so let's go ahead and start making our turtle. Let's go ahead and make our pen size a little bit larger so we can see it. We'll make the pen size 10. That should be good enough. And let's make a green circle. So we're going to use the circle function. And 100 will be the radius. And so let me go ahead and click run. Now, like a knucklehead, I forgot to put the color because I want a green circle. So we're going to use the color function, and then we type in the green. Sorry about that. And so here's our circle, a green one, and that's what we learned how to do. Now, to make partial circles, if you recall in math, a circle is 360 degrees. Well, in the circle function, there's actually another parameter you can enter. The second parameter, first one is going to be the radius. The second parameter, and I will type that out for you as a comment. Let's skip a space. When you use the circle function, the first parameter is going to be the radius. If you want to draw partial circles, the second parameter is going to give you your arc. If you go to the website with the lessons at, I describe these in more detail. But the arc represents how far along the circle you wanted to go. So if you wanted to go 360, so let me go ahead and punch in 360 for my arc. And what's going to happen, it's going to make an entire circle. Now, if you want an entire circle, you don't need that 360. If you want half a circle, well, half a circle is 180 degrees. So you change the arc to 180. You click run, and there is your half circle. Then what you can do is you can also do like a 3/4 circle, which would be, what is that, 270 degrees? And so that'll be a 3/4 circle. And so that second parameter is the function, and then a quarter circle would be 90 degrees. That's a quarter of a circle because the circle is 360, and that'll be a quarter circle. Now that's how you make partial circles. Now you can also fill in the circles. But before I do that, I want to show you a circle is 360 degrees. If I make the arc 350, it's not going to close up my circle. And so I just wanted to show you that. Here we go. There's a partially open circle. And that's how we make partial circles. Now, another thing I didn't tell you guys on the circle is for the parameter of a circle, you can actually enter a negative value for your radius. And what the negative value is going to do, and I'll leave it, let's make it into a half circle. Well, let me show you once again the positive. 180, I'm sorry, half of 360 is 180, right? And so that's going to make a half circle. Well, if I make that negative, the radius negative, that's going to control the direction because if it's positive, it's going to go to the right. If it's negative, your circle is going to go to the left, and you can see it's going to go downward. So once again, a positive radius makes the direction go to the left. A negative radius makes it go to the right. And that'll be important when you do things later. Now let me go ahead and make that positive. You can also control the direction. Let's say I want a half circle, but I want it facing kind of like parallel to the ground. I want it downward. Well, you can use the left and right function. So let me use the left function, and I want it to flip my half circle the way it is now. I want it to go downward 90 degrees to the right. So we can use the left function. I'm sorry, 90 degrees to the left. And so you can use the 90, turn it to the left, and boom. There you go. Now conversely, if you wanted the open part facing upward, you can turn it to the right 90 degrees, and you see how it goes upward, or you can also use the negative function. And that's how we make partial circles using Python. Trinket.